All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. We hit our goal of 8,000 subs. Thank you guys very much. We're going to be giving away a jersey on our live show here soon. But, guys, we're looking at 9K subs now. We're getting to Thanksgiving time. We're getting to Christmas time. We would love to hit 10Ks by December 22nd, 23rd, somewhere around there, so we can give someone $1,000 for the Christmas gifts. That'd be a huge lift off someone's shoulders. So please get us a 10K. We love what we're doing. Thank you guys for the support. 12K subs after the 10K. We're going to send someone to a game. Probably not the Super Bowl. Don't get any ideas, guys. But we're going to do our best to send you guys to two people to a couple games of your choice. That's probably not the Super Bowl. But, guys, thank you again for all the support. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get into some NCAA football picks and props for Saturday, November 4th slate of games. Take a look at the leaderboard. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, at the moment, I am 0 for 0. That's because my game is currently still going. I gave out Boston College plus 3.5 against Syracuse. It was an interesting play, and Shader, he was ruled out just seconds before the game started. So good for us.
Seth?
Yeah, I also had Boston College on the money line. So,
yeah, I had Boston College on the money line, and I flipped to Syracuse minus 2.5. That game flipped on its head again. Right before the game, they moved to plus 3 with Schrader being ruled out. But currently, Syracuse is winning 7-3. Hopefully, my switch does pay off, but I'm not going to hold out hope for it because Syracuse has made a lot of mistakes, and Boston College has not played well. So I think Boston College is probably going to take this game over in the second half. But let's move on to our plays for tomorrow. Trey, I'll have you start us off.
Yeah, I'm going to be God blessing America with my pick because I'm going to be taking the Army versus Air Force game, and this game is going to be absolutely epic. The Commander-in-Chief trophy games are always intense, and I'm honestly a little bit perplexed of the line here. I may be a doofus, but I'm going to be taking the cheese. Give me Army here in this game plus 18.5. I'm going to be buying a point here, and I'm also going to be taking the under 32.5 points in this game. I feel like this under is just way too good because, guys, the under is 9-1 in the last 10 games that these two guys have played, and I truly feel like this is going to be a 21-3 game, so we're going to be cashing with that plus 18.5 as well. And I'm a little bit surprised that this line is so massive, like I said earlier, because these games are always close. They have not been a double-digit point winner in this matchup in 5 straight games. And the last time there was a double-digit point winner, it was actually Army beating Air Force 21-0. And yes, I know that Air Force is a team full of dogs this season. They are ranked. They're ranked in the college football playoff as well. But if there's any game where past performance does not matter, it is the Commander-in-Chief games. So give me Army here, plus 18.5 versus Air Force, and the under 32.5 total points in this game. Let's go, troops.
I do love the play. We support our troops. Good play there, Trey. Seth?
And I'm going to go to the Oregon State at Colorado game, and I'm going to take Colorado with the cover of the points. Colorado dropped to 4-4 after a loss to UCLA last week, but they played tough the whole game. I do like Colorado here to be able to cover because of the fact that the Beavers have not been great on the defensive side of the ball of late, and there is some uncertainty on their offensive side as DJ Uiagalelei did get pulled for a little bit last week before coming into the game for the backup QB. But my big thing here is Colorado can score. They're going to be in front of their home fans. Oregon State's defense has struggled of late. Yes, Oregon State has the better run game. Yes, they can get things going. But I just think with Colorado's offense that they can get things going. And I think Prime will have them going here at home in this game. So I do like Colorado to be able to cover 13.5. I might actually go to the alt spread, though, and take it 2 touchdowns just to be safer. So if you want the safer play, take it at plus 14.5. But I do like Colorado's chances here in this game.
For my play today, I'm going to be looking at the big Pac-12 matchup of Washington going on the road to take on USC. I will be taking Washington -3 to beat the crap out of USC. I know that Washington hasn't looked great over the last 2 games after they beat Oregon, but I just think that's a little bit of a hangover for them. Washington could have easily dropped one of those games against Arizona State or Stanford, but they hung tough, and they found a way to get the win. I guess I could say the same thing about USC, except they didn't beat Utah at home. But the big difference in this game, I believe, is the leadership of the quarterbacks, because I think Penix is a much more team-friendly player than Caleb Williams. If you didn't see the post-game interview from the California game after USC barely won that game 50-49, Caleb Williams said that he had a really good game, and he was only bad in one game this season in his career, basically, at USC, and it was against Notre Dame. There was no talk about a good team effort. There was no talk about the team finding a way to win the game. He was just focused on himself, and that's how he's been the entire season. I think he's a really good football player, and if he wants to act like that, more power to him. He's a great player. But I think he's losing the team a little bit here, and I know Lincoln Riley has no idea what he's doing on the sidelines. I think we're going to see Washington end USC season here, so I'm going to take them -3 as my play. I think the defense of Washington is going to stand up in this game too. I don't think USC is going to sniff 30 points. So I love Washington -3 as my play. Boys, let's go over to the player props. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, and yesterday I gave out Garrett Shader to go under 196.5 pass yards versus Boston College. It hit because he had 0 because he didn't play.
Very good play there, Seth.
Yeah, and I because he didn't play. Yeah, and I took Colorado State receiver Justice Ross Simmons to go over 57.5 receiving yards. He does not have a catch yet. Not sure what's happening there. He does not even have a target yet. So, not sure.
Yeah, and then I have LeQuint Allen over 75.5 rushing yards going up against Boston College. Again, that was a flip from Thomas Castellanos to Allen. So far, so good. He's got 47 yards in the second quarter. Hopefully, he does get that over for us. But let's take a look at the player props for tomorrow. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, guys, and I'm going to take a bear method here. I found one of the biggest lines on the slate. I'm going to be attacking it. Give me Cameron Ward to go over 360.5 pass yards against Stanford. I absolutely love this over for Ward in this game. This is one of the highest pass totals that I think I've ever attacked, especially in college football, and it does not scare me off at all because, guys, this is a perfect combination in this game. A high-scoring offense that loves to pass the shit out of the football and a team that ranks absolutely dead last when it comes to pass yards allowed, and that is Stanford. Stanford's pass defense is just garbaggio this season. That's because they allowed 329 pass yards per game, which is under this number. But like I said earlier, Cameron Ward is a dog, and 329 passing yards is still a ton of passing yards. It's the most in college football. And Ward, he comes in this game averaging 317, which is still under this number. But guys, I'm not scared about this number. There's a reason why it's set so high. I think Ward can sniff 400. He sniffed 400 in 2 out of his last 5 games. So I think he can do it again in this game. Because like I said earlier, it's just a perfect combination, yin and yang. So give me Cameron Ward to go over 360.5 pass yards versus Stanford.
I love it, Trey. Seth?
Yeah, and I'm going to take a receiving prop, and I'm going to take my Michigan tight end, Colston Loveland, to go over 35.5 receiving yards. Loveland has been on a roll his last couple of games as QB J.J. McCarthy has looked to his big athletic tight end a lot of late. I would say this as well. Look at maybe adding an anytime touchdown prop to this, as it will be a nice play as well, as he has caught 4 touchdowns over his last 3 games. Loveland has also hit this over in 4 of his 8 games this season, but like I said, over his last 2 games, he has seen an uptick and has been extremely good, going for 159 yards and 7 catches. For a tight end, Loveland has very big play potential as he's averaging 15.8 yards per reception so far this season. Yes, and trust me, I know how good this Michigan run game can be, but they will throw the ball enough in this game, and Loveland will see enough targets in this game to hit his over at 35.5, as he's been arguably J.J. McCarthy's favorite target over his last 2 weekends combined.
Yeah, I like that play there too, Seth. For my play today, I'm going to have 2 plays. I'm going to be looking at Michael Penix Jr. to throw for over 372 passing yards and for him to have over 3.5 passing touchdowns against USC. You can say that I'm a little bit confident with Washington, taking them both -3 and Michael Penix to go over his totals in this game. May look like a fool at the end of the day, but I don't think this USC team is very good. I know that the defense isn't good at all. They're allowing 32.6 points per game, and they're giving up a 420.9 yards per game as well. They're allowing 5.7 yards per play. And teams in the red zone, guys, they are scoring 94% of the time when they reach the red zone. This team can't stop anything, and that's bad news because Washington, after having 2 bad games, are going to be looking to put up a lot of points on the board. Washington's coming in with the best passing offense in the nation, throwing for 399 yards per game, 50 more than the next best team. They have star wide receivers on the outside, 3 huge, big talent named wide receivers, and they have a Heisman candidate at the quarterback spot, and that's what I'm going with in this game. Michael Penix to throw for over 372 passing yards and to have over 3.5 passing touchdowns as my plays. Guys, let's take a look at the graphic. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, and I attacked the Commander-in-Chief trophy game in the Army versus Air Force. I'm taking Army plus 18.5, and I'm also taking the under 32.5. I forgot to put that on there. I love both those plays. I think they go hand in hand. And also gave out Cameron Ward over 360.5 pass yards versus Stanford. Ward, he's one of the best passers in college football, and Stanford, they are the worst pass defense in college football.
Seth?
Yeah, Seth got his picks mixed up and put the member pick on here, so I do apologize, guys. That will be my member play, so if you want to hear more on that, you can go watch the member video. But I did have Colorado to cover at 13.5 points against Oregon State at home. And then I have Colston Loveland, Michigan's tight end, to go over 35.5 receiving yards. I think that line flexed to 33.5 on PrizePicks.
Hey, and I got something to say. If you take that member play, plus 3.5, and we win you guys money. Just be nice and join the membership. Come on now.
Yes. Sorry, guys.
I agree 100%. I did take Washington -3 going up against USC. I put the under 76.5. I kind of went away from it at the end. I mean, these guys talked me into the over, so I'm going to take the under off the board there. I'm going to take Michael Penix Jr. over 372.5 passing yards and his over 3.5 passing touchdowns in that game as my player props too. But guys, that's going to do it for NCAA football plays for Saturday, November 4th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's two options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube, and it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,